to the launch of Plot Drive. We're going to show you and make the case on why we think that this is going to be the fastest way for authors to write with AI. So you can see lovely Plot Drive. The left side is going to control your documents, and the right side, this AI in the top right, is going to control your AI panel. Step one is always choose your AI model. Anthropic, Claude, Gemini, Mistral AI, OpenAI. And if you don't want to bother with all of those, you can just bring over your Open Router key. It'll access all of those, and it will also access all of our not safe for work models that we talk about in the FFA and on this channel on the regular. I'm going to go make a button. Down here in Generate Actions, I'm just going to click the plus sign, and I'm going to call this Premise. Button color. What color do you want, Ikello?
Emerald green.
And I'm going to say that this prompt makes premises. Now, when I'm in my document, look, my button I just made is right there, but I haven't put anything in it yet. So I'm going to click premise on this left-hand side. So I'm just going to write a prompt. Write me 3 premises for military sci-fi space opera. I'm going to come back over to my new document. I'm going to click these binoculars. That is your prompt preview. Let's take a look at that premise prompt. Write me 3 premises for a military sci-fi space opera. 3, 2, 1. And now it's just going to write me those premises. I like number 1, so I'm just going to put number 1 in there. Let's make another button. So I'm going to create characters. I'm going to go ahead and grab this new variable called words before, and it means all the text in the document before your cursor. So I'm going to click words before, and then I'm going to write a prompt here that I'm going to say, use the premise above and make me a character list. That button is made. I can use that all the time. Coming over here to new document. When my cursor is here at the bottom here, I have characters. I can just click it and go. But let's take a look at that prompt to make sure we understand it. Characters, words before, any words that are before your cursor. When you build a prompt and you put that words before variable in there, it's going to automatically inject in your prompt any words in the document before your cursor. Use the premise above and make me a character list. So I'm going to go ahead and click characters, and now it's just going to write me a list of characters. And there it goes. Now, let's do words before on this premise prompt, and we're going to take out this military sci-fi space opera. Let's say, write me 3 premises for the genre above. Okay, let's make a new document. Let's say I need to write romances, right? So I'm going to click romances. Interstellar romance with a galactic war. I'm going to click premise. So thumbs that up. We'll pick number 2 this time. So I'm going to take out number 1, and I'm going to take out number 2. And then I'm just going to go ahead and press characters. Look at that. When you first start with Plot Drive, you have Plot Drive button and you have Fix It. And you can also copy and paste buttons very easily from one project to the other. You don't have to keep rebuilding them over and over. Let's do this instructions to book. We're going to need this one later. So I'll just copy it. You see the little squares, the double squares here? This will copy it to my clipboard. So I can click selection action. We'll call it instructions to book. And we'll make it rose. And I'm just going to paste that in. Let's start from scratch. Remember step 1, choose an AI model. We find that on the top right side controls AI. Let's go for Opus. Up at the top left, we're going to make a new project, and I'm going to call this the new 3 p.m. project. And the minute I click create, that means that this project now exists on my phone if I'm logged into Plot Drive, or it's on my tablet. Let's take a look at the Plot Drive button. Please read the following information for context. Your active documents are going to be any documents that you have toggled on. Here is where we are right now in the story, and that's going to be any words before. I'm going to make another document here, and I'm going to go story idea. Create, move it up to the top. So I'm just going to write here cozy fantasy. And then I'm going to come back to this new document. So I have my story idea there. Now when I click my binoculars, it's still not there. As soon as you toggle it on and I click the binoculars, look, document start, story idea, cozy fantasy, document end, story idea. Here's where we are right now in the story. There's nothing. Words before, I don't have anything typed in. Please continue the story, matching style, tone, and point of view as appropriate. If there is no context, just start writing fiction. We're going to start off with the word cornucopia. And then I'm going to click the plot drive button. It's kind of like continue. It's just going to keep writing fiction. If you like to continue in Raptorite, you're going to like the plot drive button. If I don't like the writing of Claude, let's go look at Google. Gemini 2.0 Flash Experimental. I'm going to go ahead and select it. And now I have this button called Fix It. I'm going to click Fix It. And it has the prompt preview. For the words I select below, and it has the selected words, I want you to follow the instructions below for changes. And the words here are going to be what I put in the instruction box that's in instructions. Please only make the changes in line with the instructions. You may not freelance. Add conflict and write this better. And I click submit. Okay, I'll focus on adding conflict and improving the writing based on your instructions without making any other changes. Here's the revised text. I'm going to make a go button. Go. I'm going to make it green because my go buttons are always green. Now, my go button is literally just active documents words before. This is the equivalent of I typed anything in the document and I let it go. So new document here, and we're going to go with a romance. I'm going to go right here and I'm going to say, write me a meet cute for an insta-love romance at a car accident. Minor fender bender, but the consequences have to be hilarious. Lots of dialogue, sassy characters, real characters, fun to read. I'm just gonna click go. The midday sun beat down on the intersection like a spotlight in a bad drama. Maya, a whirlwind of fiery red hair and even stronger opinions. She'd been wrestling with a rogue bagel that had decided to commit seppuku all over her white shirt, and now she was stuck at a red light, drumming her fingers impatiently on the steering wheel of her beat-up but beloved vintage Mustang. Then, bam! A gentle, almost apologetic tap at her rear bumper. Maya's head snapped forward, the half-eaten bagel still clinging to her shirt like a stubborn barnacle, threatening to launch itself into orbit. She threw the car into park and hopped out, ready to unleash a tirade, but then she saw him. He was leaning against his ridiculously shiny brand new SUV, looking like he just stepped out of a cologne ad. Dark hair, a jawline that could cut glass, and eyes the color of melted chocolate. He looked terrified. Oh my God, he stammered, his voice a surprisingly deep rumble. I am so sorry. I was checking my GPS and I completely spaced out. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there. We are going to put a connect button. So generate actions. I'm going to click a button. I like this is connect. We're going to do blue create. I'm going to put it up at the top. It probably helps if I actually paste in the button. I'm going to put my cursor here and we're going to click the binoculars. That is your prompt preview. Your job is to read 2 selections of text and write a piece of text that can connect them to the best reading experience. The first selection of text is the following. First selection. And that is going to be the words before your cursor. So you'll see it has my prompt in there. It has, okay, buckle up because this meet cute is about to get chaotic. And then it has all that information. And look, it stopped right at the I completely spaced out. That's the end of the first selection. Your response must connect to the end of this first selection. So I'm telling it I want it to go right here. The second selection of text is the following. Maya, momentarily stunned into silence, just blinked at him. So it's got to connect there. And I say, your response must connect to the beginning of the second selection of text. It is a failure if your response repeats or does not connect to the second selection. Do not repeat any part of the second selection. You may use the following documents to help inform your response, but the primary directive is to connect the 2 selections of text. If you had an active document for like maybe writing style or characterization or maybe the plot or something like that, you do have the option with this button to like toggle some additional information on. I'm going to click connect. So it does sometimes do the, okay, here's the connecting text. I don't mind that. We're going to just take that out. He looked like a puppy who just chewed up his favorite slippers, all wide-eyed and apologetic. The apology, however, was a little cliche. Maya, who had been ready to unleash the fury of 1,000 suns, found herself strangely disarmed by his genuine remorse, and she had to admit, the way his dark eyes crinkled at the corners. The bagel, now a sticky, fragmented mess, was the least of her concerns. She took a deep breath, the anger slowly ebbing away, replaced by a strange, curious amusement. I do have to do a little bit of massaging right here. I'm just going to take this line out and it connects perfectly. So this button is instructions to book. Never address me. Never say, okay, I understand. Please only do the job below in your writing or else you fail. Your job is to write a book one step at a time. I will have all the steps in the document and we will go one step at a time unless I specifically authorize you to do more than one step. Here's the story so far. Words before. That's everything in the document. Here's the selected text that is your only steps to do now. Selected words. Please keep in mind the following happens next. You do nothing with this, but have it for your knowledge. Words after. Also, here's other information about the story that you can use for your writing. Active documents. So in order to work with this button, I'm going to use the Go button, active documents, words before. We're going to make a new project. We're going to call this Instructions to Book. What is step 1? Choose an AI model. For this exercise, we're going to go into OpenAI. It's O1 Mini at first. We can actually go to 16,000 tokens. And I'm going to say, write the step-by-step instructions to write an occult thriller book so an AI will understand and can do it. We are looking for at least 25 chapters. Instructions should be specific and easy to follow. And we click go. I'm going to thumbs this up. Before diving into writing, I'm going to go ahead and do 4.0. I'm going to do 4.0 latest. So I just highlight this core elements and I just click instructions to book. So here where it said target audience, it defined it. Adults interested, tone and style, and then settings, choose locations. Let's see what it did. Primary location, a small secluded town with an ancient history. So I thumbs it up. You guys, this is insane. Develop the main plot. Now you would want to verify that. So I'm going to highlight that, instructions to book. Submit. And now it's going to turn the instruction into the actual thing. The protagonist, Dr. Eleanor Holly Hartman, stumbles upon a hidden occult society while investigating a mysterious artifact. She delves. Now, I didn't give it any information, but it was following the instructions here of central conflict, objective, key themes. And then it turned it into that thing. And it's all inside of this document. So I just thumbs that up. So here we are in step 5. I'm going to highlight this. And I'm going to click instructions to book. Now, prompt preview. It has instructions to book. Never say it. Here's the story so far. And it has all this information. And then right here, it says, here's the selected text that is your only steps to do now. And I highlighted chapter 1, introduction of Ellie, describe Ellie's daily life. Keep in mind the following happens next. You do nothing with this, but have it for your knowledge. And it knows what's going to happen next in the book. So I go to instructions. I'm going to say submit. And it should just start writing that chapter. And look at that. It started writing chapter 1. This is an entirely new way of prompting. So I go yes, and it knows that it's going to do chapter 2. Let me know when you're ready to proceed to chapter 2, discovery of the artifact, chapter 2, discovery of the artifact. Continue similarly detailing each chapter based on the outline above. And with instructions to book, you can add instructions. Here are your exceptions to the one-step rule. And then I'm just going to put instruction box right here. So I'm going to scroll back down here to where it had chapter 2 and where it has chapter 3 here. I'm going to go ahead and highlight all this, go instructions to book. And I'm like, I need detailed chapter summaries for chapters 3 through 25. And so now it's giving me the chapter summaries. And then that way I can validate those and then I can highlight those and just turn it into chapters. And then it's like, summarize for brevity. Please expand these so they are like the others. And then we don't really ever have a good way to highlight that and say like, no, do your job, keep doing that. So I can go ahead and highlight this and I can do instructions to book and it should just, I take out my instructions and look, it's writing chapter 3. My goodness. If you really want that full nuanced control and you're just working in your manuscript, you now have that ability.